Hello friends, and I'm today here on Easy to Learn channel. I'll be discussing what are prime numbers and how you make the programs of prime numbers. First of all, we should know what are prime numbers. Prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself only. Suppose n is a prime number, then it is only divisible by 1 and the number itself, and it will not be divisible by any other number. For example, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, and so on. So you can see every number which is divisible by either 1 or by itself. That is, 19 is only divisible by 1 and 19 itself. It will also not have any factors. The number which do not have any other factor other than 1 and itself is a prime number. So you can say that you should know how you will check the number is prime number or not. If you will keep a track, you will check whether a number has factors other than 1 and n. Okay, so how you will check a number is divisible by a number has its factors or not. Factors are those numbers by which that number is divisible. For example, 4 is not prime because it has factors 1, 2, and 4. So other than 1 and the number itself, it has another factor 2. That is, 4 is divisible by 1, 4 is divisible by 4, and 4 is divisible by 2 itself, 2 also. So if the number is divisible by any other number other than 1 and itself, then it is not prime. And if it is not divisible by any other number other than 1 and itself, then it is a prime number. For example, 3 is prime because it is divisible by only 1 and itself, and it has no other factor in between. Because 3 is so small, so other bigger numbers will not be able to divide 3. But when we talk about the factors, we don't have any other number other than 2 in between 1 and 3, and 3 is not divisible by 2. So 3 is a prime number. So for these numbers, for checking the number is prime or not, you should know the divisibility test. Now the divisibility test in programming, how we will do it, we will check the remainder. If it is 0, then it is divisible. If it is not 0, then it is not divisible. For example, if I am taking example 4. If 4 divided by 2 gives a remainder, 4 divided by 2, we see it like this: 2, 4 is divided by 2, 2 2s are 4, and we get the remainder as 0. It means that it is divisible. And in case of 3, suppose I see, let me check if 3 is divisible by 2 or not. So how I will do? 2 ones are 2 and the remainder is 1. Because there is a remainder, that is remainder is not 0, then it is not divisible. So you'll have to learn if remainder is 0, then divisible, and if remainder is not 0, then not divisible. Remainder of the division part. We check the factors up by division only. So that is why remainder is used for divisibility test. Now suppose I take a number as 5. If I will check, how I will check that this is a prime number or not? I will have to divide 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And if it is divisible by 1 and the number itself, and it is not divisible by any of these numbers, then it is a prime number. So we all know that there is no need to check for 1 because every number is divisible by 1. Every number is divisible by 1. So there is no need to check this condition. And 5, every number is divisible by itself. So there is no need to check this condition also. So we are left with numbers starting from 2 till n minus 1, because n is divisible by, for a number n, we will not check 1, we will not check n. We will only check for 2 till n minus 1. Example, if the number is 5, I will check for 2, 3, 4, yes, and then 4 plus. The only number that I have checked is 2, 3 and 4. Because I will not check for 1, I will not check for 5, I will only check the numbers in between. Because we know that every number is divisible by 1 and every number is divisible by itself. So there is no need to check. And for prime numbers, we know that the number is divisible by 1 and the number itself and no other number, then it is a prime number. So there is no need to check these conditions, because whether a number is a prime or not, it will be divisible by 1 and 5. The numbers that matter are the middle numbers, whether they are divisible or not, whether they are the factors of that number or not. Divisibility test is to be done for these in between numbers, between the 1 and the n number. So how you will do these checks? First of all, you'll be okay. I'll be discussing the program in the next session. I'm just discussing the logic. So for these numbers, I'll have to run the loop. Now here I know the number n, but when the user will input the number, I don't know what is the value of n. So I'll run the program for I is equal to 2 to n minus 1. Yes, can you see this? Yes, and everything checking and all will be done in this loop. And then next time the checking will be if n mod I is 0, it means the number is divisible. Then flag is 1. I will do only this. Okay. flag is 1, and initial value of flag I am taking as 0. So I am assuming that the number is a prime number and the flag will remain 0 even after the loop is executed. And for every number that we check in this program, if a number is divisible by even a single number in between 2 and n minus 1, then the flag will change. And after this loop, I will check if flag is equal to 1, then not prime. Else print prime. If the value of flag is 1, it has changed, then the number is not prime. If the value remains unchanged, then it is a prime number. I'll be discussing this program in detail in my next video of program on prime number. Today I was discussing only about the prime numbers. Okay, thank you so much.